Hey, I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine!
Ken!
Sarah!
Sark. Don't forget Jerry.
Hey, welcome to Nerd Poker with Brian Posehn and friends. I'm Brian Posehn.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, you guys. I love you guys being my friends.
We love being your friend, Brian.
If there's one thing I like more than you guys being my friends, it's me being Brian Posehn.
Sometimes I just like to hold you.
Could you hold me right now?
You bet.
Stay with me.
Woo, stay with me.
Love is hey,
reference.
Hey, while Blaine is out in the car rescuing some kittens, we're going to go over to the recap desk with Dan Telfer and sports. Dan, how are things looking over there for the Tennessee Wildcats?
Tennessee Wildcats are doing great, Brian. As I know a lot about sports, I can't wait to describe this team that I've definitely heard of before. Lots of men are hitting each other and touching each other. They seem to enjoy it and be angry about it at the same time, but they're being paid a lot of money, so, it's fun to watch because they're attractive and their muscles have sinews.
Sex.
Anyway, I'm at the recap desk, so enough about sinews. Here's what happened on our last episode.
At the sinews desk.
The sinews, right? Yeah.
Not to be confused with the sinews desk.
I made a pun. Okay. On our last adventure, our heroes were underground, following a series of hallways towards the center of a downwards spiraling structure. The center consisting of some sort of large pillar, bigger than your average pillar, more of a structure in the center of this downward spiral. To get there, they had to take a series of halls. They've been trying it for a while as they descended. A few just for interest, but now they've been following a magic ping somewhere deep in the bottom of this spiral. A ping they found through Winter, a wizard's detect magic spell, which we may have exaggerated the distance with which he can detect magic in order for this part of the adventure to happen, but who cares? This is Dungeons, Dragons, and bullshit. So we detected it, we're getting close, and finally we went down this one particular hallway that was looking very serene, perhaps interesting, perhaps a well-manicured phosphorescent lawn was on the ground here, when a character named Nausicaa Nimhai, who is a real bitch, decided to decry that she is the champion of bullshit and nonsense at nothing but dead air, and she was rewarded with a bunch of Anne Ramsey yak trolls jumping up and down and shooting some sort of slingshots.
What was that? I wasn't paying attention.
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much, they have children.
That I've already written down.
Instead of getting real jobs, play Dungeons and Dragons.
Put it in.
When she says just the tip, it's customary to give her at least 20%.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Blaine's
Give it
here.
up for Blaine Capatch, everybody.
Oh, thank God.
Blaine Capatch.
Hey, guys, it's me, Blaine.
How are those kittens? Kitten?
They're good. They're all rescued. Oh, sorry I'm late, Brian. Is everything cool?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Rat's here.
My wife.
My wife.
Are we playing D&D?
We just finished the recap.
Yeah, so now you guys are backstage. You've just met Stevie Nicks. And go.
I do blow out of her vagina.
Yay! Nick's vagina blow.
So what are you guys doing? Tell me exactly what you're doing.
I am going to suggest, how about I try to distract these fuckers while you guys try and smash open that wall?
Do it, man. Just fucking do it.
Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and just spray acid out of my hands on as many of these guys as possible and try and just fly in a circle.
I like that.
And just focus on dodging. Because we've got their attention, so instead of attacking, I'm just going to randomly spray acid on them and fly around.
How far are we from the wall?
Oh, so close.
You're, 20, 30 yards away from the wall on either side.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, you guys take the carpet, and I'll use my creepy ass black angel wings and fly around.
Okay, so you're gonna fly around, and you see maybe 10, maybe a dozen of these things hopping around, but they're jumping around like fleas.
Okay.
So you can't really tell which ones are airborne, which ones are on the ground. You don't know if there's any more on the ground.
I'm going to focus on just keeping their attention, getting as distracting as I can. I'll yelp and whoop and scream at them, and as soon as I can, feel like I got a good shot, I'll try and spray acid on one of them.
Nice.
Okay. So you jump around, you yelp and scream, and a bunch of these hunchback little greasy black ticks start jumping over towards you. They're gibbering, and there's slavering fangs and gleaming things and spittle flying around. And
Come at me, bros!
Oh, they're coming at you. So a couple of them are sort of bouncing in front of you, and as you are trying to swing down around one of the things on strings, catches you and wraps around your leg and does 3 points of damage.
All right.
So that happened.
Not cool.
All right.
And you're going to go down and what? You're going to try to spray these guys?
Yeah, when I feel like I got a shot where I can kind of theatrically do it as a show of force, because I'm trying to just look intimidating at this point.
Okay, let me see if there's any more of these guys. Cool. Oh, yeah. There's more coming over towards you. They come over towards you, and
I'm in full dodge mode. Like, I'm trying to use my
I know.
My focus that way.
Sure. While you're in full dodge mode, another one of these things wraps around one of your legs and does 2 points of damage.
Sweet.
These things kind of like wrap around, and they almost pull away from you like he's trying to start a lawnmower, and
cool.
They do a lot of serrating damage.
Do I feel like if I could get to the ceiling, I could get out of range of them a little bit?
Maybe you could, but they're jumping pretty high.
I'm going to just take it a little higher and keep yelping.
Okay. So you jump up a little higher, and these things, you see them just sort of bouncing, coming up out of the vegetation at random points. You don't know where they are. You can't see if they land and move around or what's going on. You guys are on the carpet trying to keep track of them, but they're just moving around.
Go for the wall.
So those guys are heading for the wall, and let me see if any more hits on Nausicaa.
You try your hammer on the wall again?
Sure.
All right, Nausicaa, a couple of these things whiz past you, but none of them connect. So it looks like you're sort of in the middle of a half circle of these guys that are coming towards you. You can see maybe 8 of them that you know that are around you.
Cool.
So that's that.
Cool. Fucking damn.
What are you guys doing?
We are making our way towards the wall and going to use the hammer on the wall when we get in range.
Okay. So you take the carpet down to the wall, and you're going to hit your crazy little hammer on the side there. It's a hammer of thunderbolts, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Why don't you roll that crazy hammer?
Yep.
Careful.
So Brian gets up next to the wall where all this debris is,
Where the sweat dripped off his ball.
yeah, and he swings this hammer, and it hits the wall pretty hard, and rocks go flying every place, and there's a huge thunderbolt, just a thunderclap that goes off because this hammer is so crazy and mighty. And I want everybody to roll a dexterity check.
Me too.
No, not for Nausicaa.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, and can you also roll a Constitution check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Read the people. Yeah.
Okay. So Hug is okay.
Yeah.
Winter is all right.
Yes and yes.
All right, and so you guys managed to stay on this rug, and when the debris clears, you see that there's a black sort of hole in the rocks, and there's you see.
Is there club music playing on the other side?
Yeah, I think Armin van Buren is at the Omnia on the other side. There's smoke starts to smoke and dust and stuff start to sort of breathe into this room a little bit. You see the dust go in, but it doesn't look like it's passable at this point. And there's guys coming up behind you, by the way.
Should we hit it again?
Magic missiles.
Is it like passable in that it's not big enough for?
Yeah, like is there another layer of wall kind of?
Yeah, it's like
All right.
it's you might have gotten lucky, but there's certainly not enough room for you guys to get through.
Gotcha. Can I see all this, by the way?
Yes, you can see the debris and stuff. You can't really see the smoke going in or anything, but that's just because these guys are close.
Sweet.
So coming up behind you,
Burp.
while you guys are up against the back of this thing, you notice that these little fleas are popping down towards you. This thing kind of swipes past you and does 2 points of damage. So,
Fucking thing.
yeah, you're not even sure if it was a claw or if it was a thing on a string, but something just whipped past you. These guys are sort of jumping up from the bottom of this weird glowing forest, and there's more of these things popping up than you first noticed. It looks like they're kind of coming out of the woodwork almost.
Cool. Well, when I get another turn, I'm going to try and take one out with an arrow.
Okay. Sure.
Did you acid spray them yet, or didn't?
I said I was going to for a couple of rounds there, but Blaine gave me the impression I wasn't getting a clear shot, so I'm not sure. I'll let Blaine decide whether or not I did it, because that's kind of what
I mean, you could. They're coming in range and going out of range. You're flying and they're jumping, and they're coming in out of random directions. So
if I feel like one's
think I give you
coming into range and I've got the timing, I'm going to just fucking
okay,
spray them.
sure. You could probably get ahead of one if you want.
As soon as I can, yeah.
Or even spray where they're coming
I
from.
wanted to carpet them, but it sounds like they're not close enough that I'm going to hit a couple. I basically want to spread the word that I can shoot acid out, and as many of them know that it's possible, that means maybe they'll be a little freaked out.
Okay. While you're doing this, one jumps up right in front of you.
Spray him in the face.
Do it. Why don't you roll to see if you hit him?
All right.
It's and like I said, these are just really nasty, greasy looking.
20.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's very good.
Yay.
These things have 3 eyes. Like I mentioned earlier, they look like little hunched over
Grease.
Danzigs.
Cool.
They're all greasy, 3-eyed Danzigs, covered in greasy black hair. And this
Had
one,
me at hunched over.
Could you imagine?
this one just sort of screams as some weird scream and kind of falls to the floor with a thud.
That's good.
Ah,
I will shout out, I have been touched by a dead god. Your death means nothing to me. In Drowish.
Huh.
Sweet. Let's fuck later, Dag, she says in her most feminine voice.
Fuck
I
later.
like not as much now.
Put it in me, Dag.
That was not Nausicaa.
This little Dawes
Thanks
Butler.
for your help, Steve.
Trying to be your wingman, dude.
Creeping out everybody.
I think what we learned was actually that Winter would like to fuck Dag.
I think you're creeping everybody in. So
That slurping noise was Foley work. That's the sound that Winter's penis makes when he talks like that.
Oh, come on.
Hey, we all know that.
Come on, bro.
Ooh, and we're back in. Thought for a second we disengaged, but no.
Sam Elliott playing Steve's penis tonight.
I just want to stick it in you, dude.
So we're gonna
My
go.
dick, it's what's for dinner.
We're gonna go around the table. So Hug, what are you doing? You're on a carpet, and you're
All right, great.
and you're in the back of this room. Dag just hit this thing and almost knocked you off, and he just took a couple of these things to the leg, I guess.
I am going to use the magic missile button on my wand.
Okay. Are you going to aim at any of these things in particular?
Try and lead some that I see coming up.
Okay. So let me see. Let's gonna roll to a 10. Let's see how many pop up. So as you are sort of lining things up, you see a flock of these things coming at you, and 6 of them pop up into range. You can your 5th level, I'm assuming, so you can get 5 of these guys off. Right. So.
Whoa, that's 2 4s in a row.
Nice.
A 3.
That's fucking awesome.
A 3.
Wow.
And a 2.
16.
That's great.
So how do you want to divide these up?
One each to 5 of them. So 4 4 3 3 2.
4 4 3 3.
You said there were 6.
Yeah.
I will ignore one of them.
Okay. 4 4 3 3 2. Can you guys talk amongst yourselves while I do some math?
Yeah, sure.
You were Steely Dan last night, huh, Brian?
Yeah, you were too, huh?
Yeah. It was really good.
Man, here's the thing about them. They're awesome.
Yeah.
And they get like a lot of grief from people. Like
they're great.
They're like hated almost as much as like the Eagles.
Yeah.
by
I don't know
some
why.
people.
I don't think people really listen to them.
Yeah. I dug it. And what I was surprised by is I thought it was so I went to Leonard Cohen like a year or two ago, and it was one of those shows where I went with Melanie and I was like, well, I'm going to know 2 songs,
right.
And I knew like 20.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what last night was like. But I knew there were more. I was like, well, I'll know a handful, but I knew a shit ton. I knew every
Played
song.
the hits, yeah.
And there was one song that I always thought it was a Doobie Brothers tune, but Michael McDonald sang backup on it, which explains why I thought that. But they were great.
How can you hate anybody that Phil Hartman loved?
Oh, was he a huge?
He drew their album art.
Oh, no way.
Yes way.
Yeah, I think he did the album art for Dirty Work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You can't be in the Phil Hartman circle and suck.
Yeah.
He also did the Blind Faith cover with the girl with the tits and the hood ornament.
He did not. But he did Scorpion's Love Drive with the
gum?
the lady with the bubble gum on her tit. And the German businessman looking...
German and businessy.
Yes.
Oh, no. I mean, Can't Buy a Thrill, not Dirty Work. That's the song.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, they were good. And the weird thing is, like, Elvis Costello was kind of the opening band. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
wasn't that
that was
strange?
weird,
He did, like... He only did about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I guess.
Then he brought out John Popper. Popper did an hour.
But no, they were great. What are we doing?
Math.
So
Everyone's favorite.
you see this wand come out of Hug's robe, and these tracers flash out, and 3 of these things kind of and they just sort of blom plomp plomp plomp. And you wing another couple of them, and they sort of smoke as they bounce down back into the forest.
I like that.
So
That's awesome.
You got a couple of them, but there's still lots of them
So
bouncing
they're
around.
plentiful yet easy to kill.
Or at least like easily fucked up, right?
Low,
Yeah.
hit points.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Let us continue to mess up these thingies.
Sure.
Is somebody going to fire on this wall again, too?
Me, Magic Missile.
Cool.
All right, so you're doing a what? So Winter's gonna fire off a thing with some magic missiles,
At the wall, yeah.
Magic.
and you're doing it at the wall.
Yeah.
I don't think the magic missiles are gonna really hit the wall. I don't think
A
they're
fireball
gonna.
might, but
A fireball might.
horn of blasting. Maybe?
A horn of blasting.
Trying that next.
Well, then,
Potion of rock moving would work.
I have that shit.
A necktie of rock melting.
Could he like ring of telekinesis pick up a boulder and smash it against it?
Not a huge one.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't I fire a magic missile at one of these fucking flea things?
Okay, so you turn around and you just roll five times for damage. I'm just going to assume that these things are going to zero in on some moving targets.
2 at a time. 3 and 3.
Dead.
1 and 2. 3.
Okay. You killed some. Some other ones didn't really do too much. You do notice while you're doing that some hooks are sort of in the side of your rug, and you see these things kind of hanging down like fuzzy dice from a rearview mirror, and they're starting to just sort of like walk up.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, they're really adorable. And so one of them comes up, and you see this hand kind of come around the bottom of it.
No.
Yeah, and
Just punch it in the face,
Yeah,
Dag.
yeah, seriously.
okay. So why don't you take a dag? It's coming at you. It's going to try to grab your ankle. So what do you want to do?
Stick a sword in its mouth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So why
Cut
don't you
its face off.
roll to attack?
All right.
Dag is going to take a little sword here, and
Oh, that's that fucking weird one. What is that? Yep, 12.
okay. So you hit that guy. Why don't you roll for some damage?
Sword.
Phil Hartman designed the Asia album cover. I
was
mean,
gonna
the
ask about
Steely
that.
Dan album,
He's a
Asia.
fucking badass.
And he did the Crosby, Stills, and Nash logo. He made that.
He did that too.
Yeah.
He did She's So
really good at
Unusual for
Photoshop.
Cyndi Lauper.
What do
He did T for the Tiller Man.
what do I roll on that?
Oh, what were you using?
My broadsword.
Okay, so broadsword is...
Or are these guys big at all?
No, not really.
Nice. We've gone far enough underground.
Yeah, they seem to be normal. So it's 2 to 8, so 2 4-sideds.
Okay, yeah, so 7.
Okay. All right, so you sort of your sword comes up and it's got these fingers all over it, and you just hear like a little thump as this thing sort of falls down off the robe.
Nice.
Yeah, and you sort of wipe the fingers off of your sword.
Yeah. I'm going to want to take another one when we can. I'm going to take another hit at that wall with because that seemed to do some damage last time.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
It's certainly good.
I'll do that again.
Also, if you could take those fingers on your sword and maybe whip up some hot dogs.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, we spent all the last 2 episodes talking
I
about hot
didn't even
dogs.
want to go there.
Sorry.
I was going to start talking
Apparently, I wanted to go
about
there.
replacing chicken bones.
Oh, yeah.
dogs.
Fine.
Oh, I love hot dogs.
It would
but
be
I'm-
delicious.
I'm not going to.
Do you guys hear? You ever go to Doghouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
HAUS. They just went national, I guess, as a chain.
Yeah.
So
Are they going to
Check
change
that
their
out.
buns?
Yeah.
that's why my
Their
wife.
stupid fucking buns?
Yeah, I like that, but my wife hates it.
I don't. I'm not a fan of the.
She's British,
It's
so
the
the idea
King's
of more-
Hawaiian.
They're
bread.
untenable.
Yeah.
While you are saying untenable, this thing sort of bounces up over the edge of the rug
Yeah.
and lands on you like a dust ruffle. And you take... how many points of damage? Let's see how many points of damage. You take 3 points of damage when
Fucking
this
thing.
lands on you. And it is... You don't know what it looks like, but it smells, and there's weird... You're under its greasy black hair. This weird...
Gail Gordon's toupee.
So,
In your shorts, Brian.
For all the 60-year-olds.
okay, so
Didn't enjoy
what are
pointing
you?
it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to dirk it with my dirking. Dirk.
Okay, so you do some dirking. What you roll to make sure you don't do any botching.
Yes. Dirkalicious.
Winter, put your dick away.
Sorry.
That's a big fat 1.
Really?
Yep.
Did you just botch?
I botched with my dirk.
You botched with a dirk. with
Thankfully, it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Okay.
Shall I roll to Oh, you roll a percenter, or what happens now?
I'm gonna roll a percentile and see how bad your botch is.
Fucking cocksucker.
Oh, jeez, Edith. Jeez, Edith.
So that was kind of an interesting botch.
Oh no.
So
Awesome.
let's see what happens.
Slides gently into Winter's urethra. Just because it's exposed, not.
Yeah, of course.
If he had his dick out.
Calm down, man. It's cool.
No, I mean, and I know I'm the one who told you your dick was
Chill
out.
out, bro. It's fine.
Role playing wise, your
This
dick
is
is
probably
not.
the worst situation in which you should take out your dick. Very unsafe.
So
I know these.
basically, this Winter, you turn around and you see that where Hug was standing, there's now a thing on his shoulders, like they're trying to sneak into the movies. And you see
Little rascals.
you see this weird 3 glowing blue eyes and this big mouth full of ugly teeth, and it's gibbering and it's flailing around trying to keep its balance. And from under the hair, this dirt comes out and stabs you in the stomach.
Jesus
Me?
Christ.
Yeah, it does 2 points of damage.
I'm terribly sorry.
You need a
I'm incredibly bad at this.
pencil. Oh, yeah.
If it makes it any funnier, it was where the thing's weenie would have been. So it looks like a dirt came out of where its weenie hole was. And
Well, am I
stabbed
able
you in
to
the stomach.
Am I able to fucking whack it with my fucking quarterstaff?
You are.
If you wanna,
Yes.
there's a chance that you could hit Ken underneath, the guy that just stabbed you in the stomach.
I'll take
fair
that
play,
chance. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So why don't you take a swing with your quarterstaff?
Diarrhea.
Am I rolling here? One of these?
I don't know what the quarterstaff is. Let's see.
It should say under.
Why I carry my
Damn
diarrhea
it.
in a glass jar.
1d6.
Yeah. One of these bad boys.
In case you run out of
first
diarrhea.
20, and
Yep.
then the
Where's my 20?
To see
Missing
how-
shit.
see what I did. No, that's a nice roll.
Oh yeah.
That's a 16.
16.
That's good. So why don't you roll for some damage?
Yeah.
Foof.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby.
5. That's nice.
So there's an explosion of bite-sized Snickers and mounds as this thing just explodes, and it leaves Hug standing there with
Slimed.
just kind of slimed. There's poop and monster poop all over you, and
I shrug.
yeah. But this thing, you kind of bat him off, and he lands down in the fluorescent weeds.
Nicely done.
And while you're doing this, let me see how many of these guys land on your rug.
Oh my gosh.
4 of these guys bounce onto your rug.
Wow. That's a lot of them.
They're bouncing. They're swarming. It's like it's a swarm of these things like fleas.
You should just see what happens if you kiss one.
Yeah, go ahead.
See if they, magically prince.
Who's
Kiss
up?
one of these flea guys
Yeah, do it.
and just kiss him on the mouth.
See what happens.
In my mouth.
Yeah.
Just anywhere.
Little open mouth.
Just a fun thing for bros.
Just tongue out, open mouth.
Yeah, dude.
Do
just
it.
Yeah,
Do it.
and
We all
he-
did it. We all did it before.
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was
Before
really
you got
cool.
here, we were kissing.
One of them grabs
Yeah.
Dag
Yeah.
with his mouth open,
Yeah.
and he's trying to bite Dag in the face and neck and
Put
face
your
area.
lips on his mouth.
That's a 9.
And what were you trying to do?
Stab his fucking balls off.
I'm gonna say that is a miss.
Okay.
So this
would've
thing
been
is still kind of gibbering on your face.
It's really a 13, but
Oh, it is?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
bonus.
thought that was with all your
Yeah,
bonuses. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, do some damage on him.
All right.
It wasn't a very good hit, but it was a hit nonetheless.
Do some damage on
Relax.
him.
Why don't I have this written down? Oh, I think I do. Did our guy write it down for me?
What are you looking for? Your damage attack?
Yeah. For if I'm doing, because I switch weapons. Battle axe.
Battle axe will be. Is it a magical battle axe or just regular?
No, it's that.
Remember.
Hey, while Brian's looking up his battle axe damage, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to be back here with more Treasure Island babies. All right, and we're back on Bottom Gear. We're reviewing the 1976 Gremlin, the Levi Strauss edition. It's faded with stitching. I'm kidding.
Copper buttons.
And we're back.
I'm going to roll damage on this asshole. Good. 7.
Oh, did you damage his asshole?
All right. His asshole's so damaged. It's got Brian's entire forearm up it. Like,
That's how they named the Muppets.
yeah.
Because you put your forearm Muppet.
Oh my god! Never heard that before.
I just made it up.
Absolutely true.
Probably.
That's lunch, everybody. So Brian leans over and sort of scrapes this thing's asshole off his fist.
It's lower intestine. Following
Yeah,
his
it's
arm.
so
Not the first time.
there's these things have taken some swings at you, but they have not really managed to grab onto you, but they are sort of in the middle of this flying carpet of yours. So I want everybody to roll. I want you three to roll a dexterity check, and then we're going to go over and see how Nausicaa's doing.
I'm good on Dex.
I'm great.
Yep.
All right. So while you guys are standing on your carpet fighting these wrestling with 3 of these hairdos, Nausicaa's flying around with black wings. What's going on over there at the wings desk, Nausicaa?
I'm gonna bust out the long sword and see if I can start cutting a few of these in half while I'm flying around.
Okay, that might be a good move.
Yep.
So,
As they jump up, I'm gonna see if I can hit them at the peak of their jump and just kind of thwack them in half.
Okay. So there's definitely no shortage of them. They're coming at you at a pretty regular clip.
Sweet.
So
I get with the long sword. I get 2 swings around. So just tell me
okay.
when.
There's and swing.
All right. 16.
That's a hit.
All right.
Show off.
Yeah. And then a 10 plus a 3, so 13.
Oh, damage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. He sort of
Obliteration.
yeah, just pops like a water balloon full of
Fun.
full of mucus.
This is kind of awesome. You know?
Sure. Okay. And you get another attack.
Is there another one up in my biz?
Sure.
Sweet. Here we go.
And you can zip around with your wings and stuff.
Why don't we hang out more often?
17.
All right, roll for damage.
10 plus 3, 13.
Jesus, lucky 13s.
Yeah, you see, you cut to one of these things down on the ground, and he sticks his hand out from under his hair, groovy ghoulie style, and he feels it raining, and a little umbrella comes out of his hair. So that happened.
Great.
Let me see if any of these guys up on the thing hit you. One of these guys manages to grab onto one of you, and the guy that he grabs onto is named Dag. So, Dag, you have this thing hanging on your back, and his claws have sort of glommed into you. You take 2 points of damage.
That's horrible.
And they're really nasty fingernails, too. They're like Pete Doherty's.
That guy's got some nasty
Can
fingernails.
I pull them off of me and throw one?
If you want to, you got to roll to grab them.
Oh, okay.
What did you
12.
I was going to say, did you botch a grab?
Nope.
I just fisted myself.
He's punched my jaw.
Somebody in our game punched himself to death, didn't they, accidentally?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
it was
did?
Chris.
Oh, yeah.
We made those.
We
We
had a
made some,
character punch himself to
Oh,
death.
I thought you meant
he botched.
a real person punched themselves.
Did you hear Chris
That's
Hardwick?
how,
Yeah, he
That's
died.
how Houdini died.
what, he punched Chris Hardwick?
To death, yeah.
So Brian punches this thing, reaches around and grabs it, and you just sort of manage to throw it off the rug.
Good.
So it flies, just sort of sails down into the fluorescent jungle below.
Take that.
He did.
Fucking thing.
And what are you guys doing? Are you getting ready for another swing at the thing?
Yeah.
Or, a horn of blasting? What's
That's
going
what
on?
I was saying I was going to do next, so I will do that next.
Okay.
Horn of blasting out the wall.
Okay.
Horn of blasting.
So horn of blasting. I want to just make sure that
Plug your ears.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to explode on your mouth.
Ooh, sexy.
Explode on my mouth.
Yeah.
Who wants to explode on my mouth?
Who doesn't want to explode on your mouth?
Just don't get it in your eye.
Oh, I fell down. I can't get up, you guys.
All right. Hey, roll a 20-sided.
20 times. Big 3.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you didn't botch.
Yeah, me too.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't
I
explode
fucking
us?
blasted myself. Jesus Christ.
So, there's a huge to-do.
Is there a kerfuffle and a hubbub?
There's some
Motion.
Is there some grab ass and horseplay going on?
there's
a
a
whoop-de-doo?
there's a loud Chuck Mangione flavored sound effect that happens, and rocks and stuff go flying every place. This time it's not hitting flesh or wood or anything. It's drilling into this thing.
I like it.
And rocks go flying everywhere. And Nausicaa, you see that when this happens, that the things that are jumping towards you guys start jumping back away from the explosion, just a little bit anyway.
Good.
And rocks and debris go flying into the fluorescent forest, and you just see smudges of bioluminescence every place. There's a black opening. You're not really quite sure if it's hole worthy yet.
Wow.
Shall we venture forward to see?
Shine a light on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, let's move up there.
Looks like they backed off you too, so you probably got a round peak.
Charge.
So you guys head back to
hole.
where the thing is. You get back to the hole, and Nausicaa, what are you doing?
How do I feel like I've been doing as far as distracting? Have I gotten a significant percentage of them to not follow them?
You look back and you see that they are kind of about halfway back this
Like
area
towards where we came in.
Yeah, and they're all jumping and they're gibbering and screaming, but they're not quite sure what happened.
But when I was trying to distract them like a couple rounds ago, did I feel like it was working a little bit? Some of them?
You were just getting their attention and they were coming over to try to kill you.
But do I feel like I was at least reducing it to like 50-50, half were coming after me, or did it feel like I was only taking like a fourth of like?
Yeah, they were equal opportunity. Most of them were going at the carpet, but there were a few coming at you. It was,
but I wasn't getting more because I was being noisy and staying behind.
No, they were coming after everyone.
Yeah, fuck that. Then I'm gonna go meet up with them.
Come with us.
Yeah.
So Nausicaa flies over to the carpet, and you guys are still standing on the carpet. And when you get over there, there's the smoke from and dust from the debris is sort of getting pulled into this hole. And Nausicaa, when you get over there, you start getting a drow vibe.
I go in immediately.
So
First you rip off your clothes.
Yeah.
So Nausicaa,
There's no wet intestines
Come
for me to
at me,
bathe in.
boys.
Whip them out.
yeah, I mean it's not screaming drow, but there's you get like a weird question mark over your head.
There's a disturbance.
Is it like just a very vague magical sense, or is
It's a
okay.
magical sense.
Sweet.
When this wall went down, it seems like well, you go into this hole.
Yeah, and I got night vision and stuff.
Yeah, and you get in there, and there's really not enough way to get all your supplies in through there. Certainly not a way to get Dag in through there right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm small.
Yeah, when you get in there, who's got the detect magic going?
Me.
You do know that
Vinta.
yeah, the magic is a little bit closer. That thing should be running out pretty soon to your detect magic. So
Let's
but
go
that's
in
it.
the magic hole, guys.
Yeah, I mean, do I feel like it's opening up towards a wider space?
It's probably opening towards a wider space, but you can't really get in there yet.
Cool, I'm going to back out so they can try and smash this open a little wider.
Okay.
Or at least I'll get out and I'll suggest it.
Hammer at the edges. Hammer at the edges.
Hammer that shit. I'm gonna relearn magic missiles.
And I'll tell them too. I have a sense my people have been here.
Interesting.
Okay. So Nazca backs out, and who's doing what? When you look back, you see that now that the dust is sort of settling a little bit, that these things are bouncing back towards you.
I'm turning on my light.
Your heart light?
Yes. I'll let it shine wherever I are.
Do we have any area of effect kind of spells between you guys that we could just like nuke a few of them at once?
I do not.
Can I web them?
You could.
I have a stinking cloud.
Oh, that'd be
Sounds
great.
good.
What's
Sounds perfect.
Read
Web
stinking
them and
cloud.
set them on fire, or just web them?
Well, you can web an area.
I like the web it gets set on
You
fire.
can web
It worked well with the spiders.
and on it, or you can shoot off a stinking cloud, which is what I like. I
Yeah.
want to see that stinking cloud.
Clown or cloud?
Stinking cloud.
He has this
It's,
great spell called Stinky Clown.
You get this clown and you get him to work out for about 45
D&D's
minutes.
changed.
I make balloon manimals.
Eats a bunch of salami.
This is 5.0.
Yeah, that's what happens in 5.0.
Stinking clown.
These are the spells you get. That's why Pathfinder broke off. They didn't like the new direction it was going.
No, Brian, it's a stinking cloud,
Oh.
dummy.
Boy, I spent way too much time thinking we were talking about a clown.
Could you imagine though?
Put your penis away.
Could you imagine a stinking cloud?
What if every clown was made of hot dogs?
Oh yeah,
wow.
that would be fucking great.
They wouldn't be as funny as they were delicious.
When a stinking cloud is cast, the wizard creates a billowing mass of nauseous vapors up to 30 yards away from its position.
Can you try this again as John Malkovich?
I ran out of oxygen.
John Malkovich now. John Malkovich, please.
I
please.
can't do that. Any creature caught within the cloud must roll a successful saving throw versus poison to be reeling and unable to attack because of nausea for 1d4 plus 1 rounds after leaving the cloud.
I don't think anybody's ever used a stinking cloud in our game.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm kind of excited about it.
It's amazing.
Let's do it.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right. So Steve is and not the first time. Steve is gonna throw up a stinking cloud.
The first time for fake.
Yeah, first fake time.
I'm throwing up a stinking cloud, dude.
Oh, I know.
Hey, just roll a 20-sided to make sure you don't throw up a stinking McCloud.
That scared me.
7.
Okay, good.
It's a little bit like another number.
Yeah,
I know,
that's what
good.
scared me.
So you look back and you see a fire in my hole. And this weird gas starts to billow up from off in the distance where these things are jumping around. And off in the distance, you just start to hear... crack a cave.
Well, I'm okay. Hold on.
1 second.
I'm okay. Just gotta get my breath. So What are we doing?
More beans, Mr. Taggart.
Oh, God, I'm crying.
Congratulations to all of our
Wow,
listeners
we're
with
over sports.
mysophobia, or any sort of phobia that involves the sound of vomiting. You've all lost today. You've all died. Your coroner's report will read death by podcasting.
All right, so there's a bunch of coughing, vomiting, things jumping around, look like three-eyed, disembodied Elvis toupees. They're all farting and retching in a fluorescent forest.
Jesus Christ. I like my listeners. I don't know what you guys are saying.
That's Dan, by the way. Do a Tuscan Raider gagging.
A wet blowjob from a Tuscan Raider.
Who fed it a chicken bone? Don't feed him chicken bones.
Oh, shit, man. I wish you people could see that.
Oh, God
The
damn.
best part is I turn bright red because I have terrible geek metabolism, so my blood flow just all ran to my skull. Ugh.
Oh, boy.
And
So now what?
no idea what just happened.
Yeah, what was the end result here?
What day is it?
We made a bunch of monsters sick.
So what are you guys going to do now?
Charge forward towards the hole and open some more. Open
smash
it some
it
more
open
with the
again,
hammer.
Dag.
Hammer the wall.
Dag, are you going to do another hammer on the wall?
Yeah.
All right.
One divine hammer.
So you're going to be able to get in there and actually kind of take some swing.
Do
so
it like that Macintosh ad.
Oh, yeah. Fucking 19.
all right.
Nice.
No, 19. None of them received a hero's welcome.
Never received a receipt or a bag. Okay, that's good. There's it looks like you've drilled out maybe half of this thing with a
say.
mighty hammer blow.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody roll a dexterity check.
Bet I will.
Even me?
Pass.
Yes, even you.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yep.
Pass.
You all manage to stay on this rug, and
Burp.
the smoke clears, and there's still. It doesn't look like there's enough room for you guys to get back there. It looks a little bit bigger than it did.
right.
Maybe another horn of blasting, but it's
Lord,
still kind of hot.
Do it.
Well, shit. I guess I better then.
Nuka fucker.
Blah,
Although, wait.
Wait
Wait a minute. Horns of blasting, if I'm not mistaken, if you use it more than once per day, doesn't it start to run a higher risk of overheating and exploding in your hand?
I have no idea.
This is going back a little bit, but I think I remember Sarah when she was playing Lyra. She looked it up, and that was a bit of a risk.
There's a cumulative effect of.
Yeah, like I think it's got to cool down,
so
and even then,
it's
it's got like a
super
durability
blasting.
issue. Yeah.
Well, then, what else we got here, folks?
Well, I think Blaine said a fireball might do it.
Oh, fireball.
I think that's Winter's territory.
Fireball. I think I have a fireball button on my wand.
Oh, that's perfect.
I think. Do you have a fireball, Winter?
Think-
Do you have a
think-
fireball?
I have,
I mean,
like,
fireball versus magic missile.
A burning hand
Oh.
and lightning bolt.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh,
Is that a destructive?
And stinking cloud.
Let's not. What else have I got here?
Excuse me.
I got nothing that'll.
if you got a fireball wand, man, fucking do that.
All right.
I thought
Press-
somebody had fireball.
In my wand.
I thought for sure
one of
Winter
the buttons on my
straight up
wand.
could, but yeah.
One of the buttons on the wand. I have a blinding flash, magic missile, fireball, light,
Okay.
Yeah.
and the Godfather theme. Flick it on theremin.
All right, so, hey,
Cuban Therapin.
why don't you roll to make sure you don't do any?
Yeah, I'm good. No one.
Okay. So this fireball goes in. I need everybody to do another
Fireball.
Dexy.
how about a Constitution check just to make sure that.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I got a low constitution.
I have a very low constitution.
I got to roll under a 10.
I got a 1.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
My Constitution 10.
I have failed my constitution check.
Okay.
4.
I made
You're
mine.
good. You're all good. Hug has failed his constitution check.
Made mine.
All right. So everybody made their constitution check except the guy that fired the wand.
Go figure.
And when the smoke clears, you have a very comical lack of eyebrows or bangs. It just completely. You look like the girl in Die Antwoord.
Yolandi.
Yo,
I know what
Landy.
that means now.
Chappie hurt his diaper.
And it smells, and the burning hair smells almost as bad as Steve's stinking cloud. And you just hear. But when the smoke clears, you see that there's a hole that is big enough to get through.
Nice.
What is on the other side of the hole, you have no idea.
Certain doom, of course.
Nausicaa is not afraid of certain doom, so she'll go right in.
You still smell drow in there?
It's a drow vibe.
Got it.
Yeah.
So Nausicaa, you go in. I'm just going to pretend that you're transmitting to your drone camera.
Sure.
You go in and you realize that you're in a large, you're in a big circular open shaft. It's obviously the center of this helix that you've been in. When you get through, your wings sort of brush some debris, and you hear the debris fall, and it hits below, and you hear metal, you hear glass, you hear all sorts of stuff. And there's also with your light, with your infravision, you can tell that there's a light source down. Not a bright one, but there's.
Nice.
Let's fly down there.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Let's all go down, guys.
Let's take a quick break. And we're back.
So Nausicaa is flying. You guys are going to have to figure out. You can't see. You're going to have to figure out how to get the rug through and all of your stuff. Do you want to figure out how that is going to happen? Do you have a game plan for where you're going? Do you want to get torches?
Yeah,
Do you
why don't
have a light spell or anything?
I'll try
I've
and
got my light button on my wand.
I'll fly into the middle of the shaft, and I'll ask them to hand the carpet to me so it can kind of hover right at the edge of the opening, and they can climb onto the carpet through the opening.
Okay. So you come out and you're firing up a light spell on your wand.
That's it.
Very nice. The wand fires up, and you can make your way through this debris. You get through this opening to the other side. You step onto the. Everybody roll a dex check just to make sure that you don't.
Dex
You don't fall.
Make it.
Dex check. I got it. I did it. You did it. We did it.
I have a 17 dex, and I rolled a 17.
Good.
Okay. All right, that's good. So you guys get through, and with your light spell on the wand, you can look down and you can see that there's a floor below, but it's almost like the inside of a corkscrew. It's a ramp that goes down, but it's much steeper than the one that was going out.
All right then.
Fusilli.
Nice.
It is fusilli.
It's like we're
Fusilli.
inside of a screw.
Should we call it?
Yeah.
Let's call it.
Yeah.
Do this next week? Yeah.
Okay, Blaine.
Anything you want to plug? This week's, right? It goes up tonight? Yeah.
Or nothing.
I'm doing some shows around LA. I'm going to headline Flappers again.
When do you get Flappers?
Why don't someone else talk about something real quick?
I'm at the Pabst Music Festival up in Portland this weekend.
Nice.
Thursday night, I will be at what's that place called? Douglas Fir up there doing a set with some other funny people, and that's it. Just one show up there, in and out.
That's awesome.
And then what do I got coming up? Crackers in Indianapolis and some other shit. San Jose.
I will be at Largo with Patton on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes.
And then on July 30th, I will be hosting Lucha Vavoom at the Mayan with special guest Emo Phillips.
Oh, yeah. I'm at Montreal at the end of July.
Oh, cool.
Montreal.
August 3rd, I'm doing a show at UCB Inner Sanctum in LA. There's a new show there called Cool Thanks, run by a funny guy who works on At Midnight, Dave Thomason, and his friend,
Dave's awesome.
Janine Brito, who recently moved here from San Francisco.
Thanks for listening, guys.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com.